Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a rather sunny plain field from a rather sunny England. It's absolutely baking here at the moment. So the day is finally upon us. Well, yesterday. The day was finally upon us. Pmdg 777 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yep, it's finally here after what feels like forever of delay. Well, I say delays isn't fair. Forever. It's nearly ready, just around the corner, and what seems like a fairly lengthy beta testing period, which is fine. You know, the better beta period they have, then the better it is for us on release. But it's finally here, so I thought I would do a kind of release day stream first. Oh no, it's my second stream actually. So we're going to do a short flight. It's an hour. It's about an hour and 50 minutes in the air, and it's going to be from Plainfield, where they build the 777, or did build the 777, in Everett, the Boeing facility, and we're going to take it down to the new Flightbeam. Sorry, I just mute my laptop. I'm going to take it down to the new Flightbeam San Francisco. So that was a staple airport of mine in the P3D days. So I thought we would do a nice short hop down the coast to San Francisco. So let's first, if I grab my keyboard, I was going to plug an Xbox controller in to do this bit, but I wasn't that organised. So what we'll do, if I can find the mouse, which I now can't find. Cracking. My mouse isn't working. Good start. Alright, would you believe that? Mouse battery's dead. 2 seconds. Right, let's try that again. There we go. Right. So let's bring up flow, and we will switch to the drone. So do you know what? Actually, what I will do is we'll just jump on board, and I'm just going to let's do cold and dark with ground power. There we go. I'm not sure what all that noise is in the cockpit of, like, passenger noise, and It's really odd. I don't understand why I can hear... Why can I hear people talking and like a hustle and bustle of passengers that then goes away when you're outside? Yeah, because that's not annoying. Yeah, I don't know how... I don't know where this noise comes from. Yeah, that's really odd. I haven't seen this on any of the pre-releases. I don't understand. I don't get where that noise is coming from. All I know is it's really annoying. Let's move to a different parking stand and see if we get the same problem, because I can't listen to that all the time that I'm trying to talk and do all the pre-flight and stuff. There's a ridiculous amount of noise. And I'm not sure, maybe it's the scenery, I don't know. Well, let's see if it still happens if I move parking stands. Right, let's try... Let's park here. Let's park here away from the terminal. Let's see what we get. Right, let's see what happens now. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so it must be some strange... it must be strange, like, passenger noise from inside the terminal building. Okay, right, well, that's fine. So let's do what I wanted to do originally. So... Pmdg setup, load the panel state, cold and dark with ground power, execute that. Like that. And then we will go to the EFB, like that. Passenger entry is stairs, stairs 2 left. Cool. Okay, so let us go to the drone. Because now that APU noise is going to go away. So here we have it. The 777-300ER in in Microsoft Flight Simulator. This model is pretty spectacular. Credit where it's due to the guys over at Pmdg. The panels, the wear and tear. If you just look under the stabilizer there, the wear and tear on the metal, all the rivets. If we go up, all the rivets in the tail. The detail on the control surfaces. It really is a spectacular model. If we come down here, you can see all the detail on the landing gear and the wheel wells for the landing gear. And again, that wear and tear on the metal just under there. You can see by that red rectangle. Again, with the engines. The detail with the rivets and the decals. There's a warning there. You know, all the decals are as they should be. There's the front of that enormous G90, most powerful jet engine fitted to a commercial airliner, and we'll find out what that's like when we get going. It's just a really lovely model. You know, I'm sure there's bits and pieces that people will say aren't perfect, and that's fine. You know, that I'm sure it will get updated as time goes on. That's one thing you can always count on Pmdg, that they'll patch this. I imagine within, you know, a couple of days there'll be a first patch to fix any glaring issues with the aircraft. So we will head on up the stairs, or at least I will try. Apologies, I'm doing this with a keyboard because I haven't got my Xbox controller plugged in, so I do apologise for this shocking camera work. I thought I'd turned the speed down on this. Well, that's interesting. I didn't have this problem earlier. So my FPS is just absolutely tanked. Why is my FPS? Why am I in like single digit FPS all of a sudden? Yeah, that's not ideal. I didn't have this problem before, and now it seems that my SPF has taken a dive. Okay, maybe we'll look around the cabin in flight once we get up, because I currently have got 15 FPS. 1.5. And I really can't figure out why, because it was absolutely fine a minute ago. Yeah, now it's hovering around 15. Okay, well, we'll probably have to make do. There we go, 30. That's really strange. Let's take it a dive again. That's really weird. I never ever have I never have issues with performance, ever. This is really frustrating. That's an awful experience. It seemed to be being in here, but I've been in the cockpit before and this hasn't been a problem. Go outside and it goes back up. Okay, well, we'll persevere. So what we'll do, even if this is going to drive me up the wall because of the lag, but let's get cracking. So we will go overhead. The battery can come on, as can external power. There we go. Wait for things to start booting up. God, that lag. What is going on? Very frustrating. Okay, so it's going to make me feel ill in a minute. Honestly, that's absolutely... I was literally just walking around on the drone camera. No trouble at all. Let me go back to the drone camera. Everything was fine until I went up the steps. Right, we're gonna have to just crack on, as much as I hate it. So let's go overhead. Addons can come on. The Galley power can come on, window heats can come on, emergency exit lights go to on, voice recorder goes to on, like so. Check the fuel. Which is in pounds. Which I'm going to have to change. If I can remember how. Like that. And Celsius. So let's go back. Fuel. We are taking 18.7, so we'll round that up. And payload is quite light today. 168.5. Nice and light, just some passengers for the ferry flight. So we can, as I say, not that there is anybody on board, but the seatbelt signs can go to auto now that we're fueled. Go back here, so FMC, clear that, so we're 777-300, pos in it, we are at Kpae. I'm not going to put the gate because I doubt it will, I doubt it knows. Spin around to the EFB, let's go in there, pull the flight, like so, back to the FMC, just do them again, I'm not going to do the fuel because I rounded it up, so select the route, United Airlines 1102, I obviously just made that up because it's a ferry flight. Wait for that to come down, there we go. Load. We are looking runway 34 left. Three, 4 left, and there aren't any, just clear those, there is no SID, so we'll just activate that, copy the route, perf in it, put the 0 fuel weight in there, accept what it's given us. Cruise of 40,000. Oh, I suppose we are quite light, aren't we? Blimey. Well, okay. So we'll do that. Let's see what the EFB think. It looks like my frames might have recovered a little bit. Maybe it was my PC got a bit warm. It's so hot here. That's better. 35. So let's do some performance. 3, 4 left. Import that from the aircraft. Import the weather, takeoff 2, assume temp of 44, takeoff 2, assume temperature of 44, gives us an N1 of 88.5, which is within 0.1, so that's fine. We'll just check the We'll just check whether it thinks we're going to be alright. I think we will because we're so light. So we'll do 28 right. AC will be on. That's fine. Import the weather. Cool, so that's that done. Takeoff, we'll do flaps 5, put the CG in there, and let's check 130, 136, 145, which all match. 145. Why is that not letting me do individual numbers? Oh. 145. We'll do 10,000 initially because we say we don't have a departure. And the runway heading is 163. Which obviously is going to take an absolute age. One thing to note is that the mouse behavior thingy-majig that they did for the 737, where it wasn't the default. What did I say? 163. Yeah, where it wasn't the default mouse behavior is no longer an option. It's gone. So we'll have the flight directors can come on. So that's all done. So all the takeoff, that's all done. Auto brake can go to RTO. So I believe that one comes on first. Pumps can come on. Do we have fuel in the center tank? We do not, so we don't need those center pumps. Those fault lights are fine. That's all fine. That's all fine. Cool. Right. I think we are going to start to mosey on out of here. Pre-flight oxygen checked, flight instruments checked, parking brake is not set, but is now. Cool, so let's... How does this work then with... How does this work then where it's a pull, not a push? That's my question. So we'll do this anyway. So flight deck door is closed and locked. Passenger signs are on. MCP is set 14. Hello, Captain. We are ready 145, 163 and 10,000. Takeoff speeds 130, 136, 145. CDU pre-flight is complete. Trim is 5.25. I didn't do the trim.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
5.25 is set. Takeoff and taxi and takeoff briefing is completed. And the beacon is on. Before start, checklist complete. So, yes, I know GSX, I'm still learning this. Ground connections. You know what I haven't done. Sorry, GSX. Need to start up the APU. But while that's doing that, we will close the door. Release the stairs.
Locking gear.
APU is running. It will be straight full.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brake released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
I need to keep an eye on GSX though.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
So we will start number 2. Lag. And start number 1. Fuel coming in. So let's tell GSX that we've got the good engine start so that
Cockpit to ground.
they can do
We have
whatever
a
they're
good engine
doing.
start. You can disconnect. Unlocking gear. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
God, this performance is shocking. I'm hoping it's because my PC's getting so hot, but 20 FPS, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And the tug's just crashed through the plane, that's hilarious. Right. There's the pin. So let's go checklist. Before taxi checklist, anti-ice not required. Recall. Checked. Auto brake is RTO. Flight controls. Are checked. Ground equipment is clear before, so we will go flaps to 5. Flaps on their way. Right. So we are all set. Brakes released. Very light. So for people that are coming from P3D, that use the aircraft in P3D, there's no taxi cam, purely because the facility doesn't exist in MSFS. For them to show another, camera view inside a view, so we have to make do without it. I am slightly concerned about my FPS because they're barely hovering above 10. And I don't know if it's this scenery. So, I forgot the taxi line. And here we go. It's funny that cabin ready for the 10 staff or whatever for this ferry flight. But there we go. So how did I overstress the aircraft and cause critical damage? Well, that went well. I don't believe that. Critical damage? Right, well, that's annoying. Right, so how do I turn... Well, I've never had that before. I've never had to turn that off before. Right. Right, we're going to cheat because I'm not going through all that again. So let's load that. But I want flat 5 in there. Right, let's quickly load this in. Like so. Kpae. Load that route. I'm not going to do the whole sequence again. There we go, load the route. While that's doing that, let's just double check this again. Import from the aircraft, import that. Takeoff to, again, 44. Copy the route. Perf. Put that in there. Accept that. Thrust 44. Takeoff 2. 44. 2. Takeoff. Flap 5. CG. What have I not done? Cool. Don't need them. There's no fuel in there. Right. Nice speedy thing. Auto rig RTO seatbelts on, parking those on. Has it got the APU is already off? Cool, right. Brakes released. Let's try again. Really neat seeing the 787s and the like on the stand. Such a long aircraft. I'm going to take some getting used to making those turns. So yeah, that was hilarious, and luckily not a massive waste of time with the panel states. Hope you're enjoying it, guys. So this is my first stream. Please, please say hello in the chat. I'm keen to make this a more regular thing because it's a bit more of a dialogue rather than me just talking at the computer. I thought it would be fun to have a bit of conversation, trying to build the channel, and I thought this was a good way to do it with this new release. I'm going to have plenty more 777 videos. This was my favourite one to fly back in the P3D days. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot with this once we've done this initial flight. If you like this, guys, please do subscribe to the channel. Please do hit the thumbs up so I know you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the chat how the audio is. Again, this is my first live stream, so still trying to get the hang of it, but I'm sure I'll get there. And yeah, please subscribe if you like this kind of video. Right, let's see if on attempt number 2 I still manage to overstress the aircraft and break the game. Power stable, toga. That's better.
V1.
Nice. Nice and easy, as it's such a long aircraft. Positive rate. Gear up. Get rid of that.
Seattle Airport information
What?
Wind calm. Visibility 9er. Seattle Airport information India 140.
Right, anyway. Flaps 1.
Visibility 9er. Sky condition clear. Temperature 15. Dew point 13. QNH to 9.902. ILS runway 16 center, ILS runway 16 left, and ILS runway 16 right in use. Landing and departing runway 16 center, runway 16 left, and runway 16 right.
Why am I getting any of this?
All aircraft red back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have India. Seattle Airport information India 14000. Wind calm. Visibility.
I don't understand that. Where?
Clear. Temperature 15. Dew point 13. QNH to 9.902. ILS runway 16 center, ILS runway 16 left.
Where is
ILS
that in
runway
here?
16 right in use. Landing and departing runway 16 center, runway 16 left, and runway 16 right. DFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft red back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have India. Seattle Airport information India 14000. Seattle Airport information India 14000. Wind calm. Visibility 9er. Sky condition clear. Seattle Airport information India 14000.
Alright, there we go. Right, so let's double check the... So we are actually going to hit 40,000, blimey. Right, so let's set. There we go, right. Passing 10,000. And there we go. Takeoff, first takeoff in the 777 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, well, second attempt at a takeoff in the 777 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So guys, let me know in the chat if you're watching. Let me know what you think. Is this a purchase for you, or are you not a Boeing person, or are you just not a 777 person? Be interested to know your thoughts. Let's bump that range out a little bit. And look at the map. Cool, so it is currently whatever that says there. What's the time? 14:10 UTC. So that's about it, guys, I think, for a while. I see the FPS has improved, so maybe part of it was the scenery, because I'm now hitting high 30s. Although I'm seeing some other comments of people that have had a similar problem, so maybe it is something with the 777. So I was just thinking, guys, what we might do is let's try out the time compression. So if we look at the legs, so we want to sort of get rid of these big 100 and sort of 300 miles here. So let's see what happens. So auto cruise, set climbs, yeah, and then we want auto time compression on, max time compression up to 4, and there we go. Let the sim rate times 2, sim rate times 4. I think that's really neat, having it in the EFB like that, rather than having to poke around in the FMC like in the old days. A little tip as well, if you have flow, you can show the sim rate. So as you can see there, sim rate 1x. So once the plane I think it slowed it down because it's about to level off. So we'll see once it levels off how that time compression works. Another look at the United livery in the sunshine. So nice having a long haul aircraft, because even if you don't have the time to do the long haul time wise, because of, you know, you just don't have the spare time, you know, with the time compressions, as you can see there, sim rate 4x, you know, with the time compression you can still simulate those routes. A friend of mine went to Japan recently, so he flew from Heathrow to Haneda. It was a 787, but obviously I could do that in a 777 and do the time compression, and he actually flew back on an A350, which I'm a bit jealous of. I haven't been on an A350 yet. Who knows, maybe when we next go on holiday, whoever we go with might have some A350s by then. So yeah, I think that's the beauty of it, is you've got that flexibility to do those longer routes without having to commit to the time. So yeah, I'm all for it. So initial impressions of the 777. Well, it's a 777. I'm on the fence about the sounds. I think I really wanted to be one of those, I'll judge it when I've got it on my own machine kind of people, but it sounds pretty much the same as it did in the preview videos, and I don't know what it is. There's just no roar. It just seems very like vacuum cleanery, very high pitched engine noise, rather than that deep roar that you get from those GE90s. So I know that Robert Randazzo mentioned in one of the updates that they've already got a list of feedback that they're going to work on, one of which being the engine noise. So the fact that they've called out the engine noise as something they're going to look at is positive. I don't know how easy it is for them to change the pitch and stuff of the engine noises. I'm no developer, but you know, hopefully they can tweak it to be a bit more realistic. And they've had a few real world 777 pilots say the same, that the noises between certain N1 percentages just aren't right. So hopefully they can provide some feedback and they can fix it. I've not noticed anything else stand out that's wrong, although, you know, I haven't flown the 777 in P3D for a long time, so there may be stuff that isn't quite right that was right in prepared that I wouldn't notice because it's been so long since I've used prepared. But you know, it's a 777 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think the texturing and the modelling in the cockpit is amazing. I think it's really cool that they've used a worn aeroplane. As you can see at the top of the MCP, it's all worn away from clipboards and years of use. They did mention it's a well-used aeroplane, whereas the 737 that they modelled, I believe, was brand new, and as is the MAX. So the aircraft they've used to build their MAX model was also brand new. So it's nice to see that their 777 model's got a bit of wear and tear. Obviously a well-loved, well-used kind of workhorse. So it'd be interesting to see what they do with the 747. Yeah, speaking of workhorse, I saw an article earlier of, I think in any 24-hour period, the 777 is in the air for 20 of those hours, if not more. So it's definitely it's definitely something that wants to be in the air. You know, whereas, you know, short haul aircraft maybe not so much. So now that we've had that time compression on, yeah, so we're burning through those legs. So what I'll do, in the interest of you guys having something to watch, I'll just readjust my microphone. Apologies if that's just made loads of microphone noise. So what we'll do is let's program the arrival. Now, how do I get the UFT to be over here. Okay, well that puts it up there, which is fine, but I don't. How do I get it back? Right, okay, that puts it there. So where do I click to get the weird hand thing that holds? Well, that's fine. That's all well and good, but where's the... How do I put it back? Right. So you click the Boeing, I guess. Right, okay, fine. Okay, so let's use this weird floating hand thing. And let's program our arrival into San Francisco. So let me just check my charts. So... Okay, so there's a massive headwind on 28 right at the moment, so that's great. So... we will... Oh, that's not very helpful. Right, so they're using the 2.8 for landing. They're a pretty sporty turn there. That makes no sense. It's put the arrival in without joining it up. Yeah, that's really strange. So the arrival in Navigraph isn't connecting them up. So we'll just have to see. So KSFO 28 left. So we go down there, then the brick, quartz, bricks, vectors. So I want that one. So actually, probably be better off going from Lozit to just get rid of right. See, that auto cruise was so good I wasn't paying attention. So I think we just go that one there. Switch that to that. And I'll just carry on, vector out that way a little bit, and then all will be fine. So that's fine. So let's check the So actually what I'm going to do, as it's just us, is that can go all the way down to the ILS height, and let's just quickly do some calculations. Two 8 left. $130. Get the winds. Cool, that is some speedy descent. Cool. So let's so it is going to be a no. So do you know what? Yeah, we'll do a flaps 30 landing in there. Auto brake can just be medium, 'cause we don't weigh anything and we've got a nice long runway. Cool, just passing 25,000. Done all this when I broke the plane. Descent checklist, recall is checked, notes are checked, auto brake is set, landing data is set, and approach brief is complete. Cool. Right, so we've got it is 15:20. It's about 20 minutes to go. So I think we are all set. Oh, FMC message. I'm going to say, oh yeah, I thought that would be as much. So there we go. Speed brakes can come out. And I suppose while they're out, is there a wing view? Where would that be? Set QNH.
Salinas Airport information Golf 1500 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 9er. Sky condition clear. Temperature 15. Dew point 13. QNH to 9er.9er2. ILS runway tree 1 in use. Landing and departing runway tree 1. VFR.
Like. I think we might actually make it with cutting out those waypoints. Just coming over the bay. Right, I think we're good. Got 30 or so miles to this waypoint to get down to 7,000. It should be more than enough. We'll soon be going through 10,000 feet, so the landing lights, etc., can come back on. Check the forum, see if anything interesting has come up. And approaching 10,000. $10,000 feet. So I've gone heading select just to keep us going this way for a while, and I'll put 7,000 in the window there because that's as far as we should be going. Not a bad view, that. So just coming up on 8,000. Wait and see how the LNAV deals with this turn. Cool, right. So 240, so it's going to start to slow down, which is fine. What is the flat 5? 245. Go, bleeding the speed off. We will. And it is 130. How far have we got? 4. That's odd. I assumed doing the gear first would stop that horn. Obviously not. Right, let's approach checklist done. Speed brake. Armed, landing gear down, flaps 30. Autopilot off, flight director. Thrust reverse. $80 knots. Auto brake disengage. And we will take this one. So interestingly, the Navigraph map and what I can see don't match up. But anyway, speed brakes up, flaps up, landing lights off, turn off lights off. APU can come up. Yeah, what's on the Navigraph when I zoom into the map looks nothing like what I'm seeing out the window, which is not that helpful. Right, auto brake can go off. APU is coming up. I don't think that was a bad landing for a first one, you know. So we want pretty much straight ahead should be G10, which I've just picked another United 777 park there, so I figure we'll just use that. Although I've just realised I haven't told GSX that that's what we're doing, so it's going to be mad G10.
The requested position is already assigned to another aircraft. The chosen position is too small for your aircraft.
Oh, it really is too small. Right, that's going to have to do, I think, annoyingly, because maybe I need to change something with GSX, the GSX profile maybe. Right, parking brake is set, the APU is running. So why has the airplane died when the APU was running? Oh, don't tell me the APU wasn't running. I literally started the APU. Why is it off? Oh, honestly, sometimes this game. Right, well, we're here. I'm not sure what GSX is going to do when I just...
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Oh. Well, then why did it let me pick it? Yeah. Right, well, that's that. That's the end of that. Shame the parking wasn't a little bit better, but that's GSX for you. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. As I say, my first stream, so I think it went alright. Bit different to doing the pre-recorded videos. Going to try and make this more of a regular thing, I think. Let me know what you thought. Please subscribe if you like these kind of videos. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you all again very soon.